What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host Josh, and we're back for our first ever Champions League live stream with the upcoming game between Borussia Dortmund and Zenit. So, before we get into everything, we're just going to take a quick look at the lineup. So, I'm pretty excited. We haven't done a Champions League game yet, and we're just able to make this one work. The time change helped. But looking at the starting lineup for Dortmund, I put it out there on Twitter. I put it out there also just on the preview video of what you guys were kind of thinking we would do. We were going to stick with the 4-2-3-1. We were going to go to the 3-4-3. And a lot of people said probably to match Zenit, we would look to do a 3-4-3 because Zenit will probably play as a 4-4-2. Thankfully, it didn't happen. Zenit looks like they're going to line up in a 4-3-3 today, and we decided to go with the 4-2-3-1. And my prediction was almost spot on. I predicted Berkey, which we have Berkey net. I figured the back line would stay the same. It's still the same. It's got Meunier, Akanji, Hummels, Guerrero. I thought he would stick with Delaney and Witsel. I had a feeling Witsel would get in just because it's his former club. But it looks like Witsel's going to be covering Guerrero because Delaney didn't make the starting 11, which means Witsel's going to just have to say, hey, I'm going to stay back and I'll watch you, Guerrero, have fun going up. And he's going to have to be that real anchor to our team. And I'm actually stoked that Dahoud is starting because Dahoud, I've just been wanting to see him get a bunch of games in and just get some consistency because he's never been able to break in more than 1-2 games in a row for us. So he's looking pretty positive. So huge kudos to him. So he'll be playing alongside Witsel. I predicted Brandt would get the start just based off of his great performance against Schalke. It is our skipper. It is our captain. And in goes Marco Reus. And then I predicted the wings as well, being Sancho, Reina, with, of course, Haaland up front. So very, very strong starting 11, in my opinion. I know there's a few people questioning Meunier and even Witsel because he's not on form. I am generally surprised that Delaney didn't start just because he had such a good game and just seems like he's going to click with Guerrero going forward. But I'm happy to see Witsel start because I love Witsel and just it's also his returning against his former club. So that's always a cool little storyline. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited. I'm also pretty excited to see how Reus and Reina start. And how they're going to adapt. Because I believe both of them are best as a cam. We've said that Reus, Brandt, and Reina are all best as center attacking mids. So having one out on the wing is going to be a little interesting to see how they cope. I think Reina and Reus play very well together. So I think don't be surprised if they get very interchangeable there. Because they did that while they played together in the 3-4-3. They had a little more opportunity to do that playing as the two under the striker. But now having three on that line, they're all pretty adaptable. So I'm pretty curious to see how it goes. But we'll get into the comments here. And we got Richard saying good evening. And let me know what time it is where you guys are. Because obviously most of our games we've done has been 9:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time for myself. And now it's 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time or Eastern, I'm not sure. We have a time change coming up. So I'm not fully sure. So let me know where you guys are watching from and what time it is there. If you're having a coffee, a beer, I will be having a water because I need to stay focused. But FootyX HD says hi. BD Core is here. Says he's ready to lose. That's not the spirit. Come on. His is way better than Berkey. That's not true. But Witsel alongside with him. And should have benched Witsel. A lot of people did agree that they don't think Witsel should have started. I just had a feeling he was going to start simply because of the fact that... Oh. My cat's coming in here. I'm just going to squirt him with the water so he goes away. Ignore that, but yeah, so I'm pretty excited. I'm happy for Witsel to get back in the team and, a little something to fight for when it's against your former club there. So Richard said it's 4 p.m. Trinidad and Tobago, so that's pretty cool. I'm not sure, Richard, if I knew that you were from Trinidad and Tobago, but that's absolutely fantastic. My parents had visited there and said wonderful things. So and we also for today have the score as well. Well, we always had the score, but we have the time clock up. So that's pretty sweet. We had a lot of requests saying we want to be able to link up. So now I don't have to tell you what time it is because it should be up on the board when the game starts. So you guys will be able to follow along there. But looking at Zenit's team, Zenit has usually lined up in a 4-4-2. Their one striker has been, I think, injured, if I remember correctly, as well as the fact that they've bought Wendell over from Sporting. He's a very talented center midfielder. So they're trying to get him into the squad, which is why I believe they've now switched on over to a 4-3-3. So they definitely have some players to watch out for. Lovren's definitely starting at the back. He'll be strong for them. Their young Brazilian left back's pretty talented as well. And Artem Zumbia is the big man up front. And I actually had a couple Zenit fans, I assume they're Zenit fans, reach out to me today, and they said that this is kind of like a do-or-die situation for Zenit. I touched on the fact that Zenit was third in the Russian league after a sensational season last year. That's not good enough for them, as well as losing to Club Brugge. So their coach is under a lot of pressure. And there's also a rumor that Pochettino could be a replacement. So that's something to definitely keep an eye on. He's been semi-linked to us. So, I mean, I could kind of see him potentially going to Russia, especially on a 1.5-year deal, finish out this season. But should be pretty interesting. But we're almost getting started here. It's just showing the starting lineup. It is the 4-2-3-1. It's going to be a very cool lineup, I think, for us in this game. And I think it's going to be a real test to see how far we can take this lineup, considering that the 3-4-3, we've kind of, in my opinion, run it into the ground, and I wanted to see something else happen, something new. So a 4-2-3-1 against Zenit, I think, is a perfect step. We had a nice game against Schalke where we played in the 4-2-3-1, and now just playing against Zenit, another strong team. I think it'll be a good idea to test it out there and see how we do. But let me know if you guys agree with that, if you're happy to see the 4-2-3-1, or if you were thinking we'd be more of a 3-4-3. Taking a look at Artem Zumbia, though, I mean, he is a big boy. He just did his handshake with Royce, and he's a big man. He's going to be one we're going to have to definitely keep an eye on. They're showing Zenit's starting lineup right now, and it is, as I said, it's going to be a 4-3-3. Douglas Santos will be very dangerous on the left back. He's a strong left back, as well as Vendel and Barras in the middle. Pardon me if I don't pronounce these names fully correctly or not, but I'm going to try my best. Zumbia is the one, though, I'm the most scared of. The Argentinian left winger is a very talented one as well, but this is an important game for us. There's also obviously been rumors today that Borussia Dortmund may or may not re-sign Fabra, so this is going to be the first kind of little bombshell that's happened on Dortmund. There's been a lot of things happening on Twitter talking about whether Fabra's going to stay or not, and I had a feeling, like I've said it a bunch of times, that Fabra will finish the season unless it's one of the worst possible starts we could ever go on, but I see him finishing this season, and then depending on what we do this season, they're going to make their decision, but it's looking like a fresh start. But we just kicked off. We are underway. Look at the beautiful score clock we got going. You guys can follow along there. Nothing defensive in the midfield of the pitch for Dortmund. Yeah, Richard, I agree, and I think that's why a lot of people were worried that Delaney wasn't going to come on, and especially playing in this 4-2-3-1, the only reason I felt like it worked so successful, besides the fact that Schalke were just awful, was how well of a job Delaney did in that CDM on the left side covering Guerrero. Guerrero was just so impactful in that game, and having the license to run forward and do what he wants, even though he's restricted into a left back position, really gave him that opportunity to do so, knowing that Delaney was there covering him. For today, that's got to be Witsel. Witsel has to have that defensive awareness in his game. Dahoud is wearing that number 8. It's because he plays kind of like a number 8. He's going to be playing in that right defensive mid, but he will absolutely be going up. Sup, man? Not much, my friend. We just got started here. Welcome to the channel. I don't got to tell you guys. I always feel like I have to tell you guys what time we're at, but it's up right now, which is awesome. Aha, Siva, my man, he made it. Siva, as a lot of you guys in the community may know, is Australian. So Siva, I'm going to take a guess at what time it is there. I want to say 6 in the morning, maybe. I don't know how right I am, but yes, we absolutely do need to win this. I'm very happy we started with the 4-2-3-1. It just shows that we're confident. I thought Fabra would be a little scared, revert back to the 3-4-3, and just play a little more conservative. I like the look of this formation. I like the players that are out here, and I think that we're in for a decent game. So I'm very happy with that. Defending might be the issue. It's always, for us, the issue. But whether to see if Witsel can put in a good shift here and if the back line can hold themselves the way that they did against Schalke will be important. Disappointing not to see Brandt, though. Hopefully he'll get brought in. But yeah, that's definitely a concern. I liked that Brandt started the last game in that 10 role he loves. But unfortunately for him, it's just one of those things where it's hard for Brandt to stay in the lineup. There's so many players going in for that center attacking mid position, which is where he needs to play. Today it's our skipper, so I mean I love seeing Royce in, but I think Royce and Reyna play very good together. I think they do so good and are so interchangeable. I use that word a lot with them because they're very strong at doing that. So I'm excited to see the way that they can drift off each other today. But I am disappointed to see Brandon too. I thought he would get a run of games. But I'm very excited to see Dahoud's back in the 11. And hopefully, I think this is his opportunity for a breakout season. And I'm very excited and hoping that he does it. It's 7 a.m. You can't stay for the whole game. Siva's got school. Hey, you woke up in time for the game. You joined the stream. You stayed for when you can. I appreciate it, my man. But Mooney's back in the 11. He's got the ball right now. He's going to be an important one for us in this game because he's playing his natural right back spot. He's been under so much criticism. I don't need to get into that. But he looked semi-comfortable in that Schalke game. So this is, again, a step up from that Schalke team with this Zenit team in a game that's very important to us. And like I said, I'm not sure who else was in the chat, but it's very important for Zenit too. There's rumors that Pochettino might take over this team. And it's because Zenit just isn't where they need to be in their season this year. So how many goals will be today in the match? I'm going to guess... I think I might put my prediction a 2-0 win for Dortmund. I'm going to stick with it. Why not? Sancho's on the ball. Zenit's dropped back quite a bit in this game so far. They literally just have Zumbia up front, but he's a big man. So, I mean, all you got to do is put the ball onto him, and he's pretty good at holding it up, and they're going to have to hit us on the break. But we have a decent start to for the match. I mean, 4 minutes in, Zenit's playing a little safe, but Dahoud's been on the ball a lot, and I do like seeing that. Let's get ready to roll because I know that today is the day that we are going to get ready for victory, and actions speak louder than words. Absolutely. I think it's a very positive thing for this team that we went with the 4-2-3-1. I know formation isn't always the most important thing in the world, but for me, I just think it shows that we're willing to adapt, we're willing to grow, and we can use more than one formation now. But saying that, Witsel just gave the ball away, and Zenit's on the break. Into the box, and it was well defended. Meunier got up, got back, as did Sancho. And it's circled out. Akanji's going to be another one who's going to be good to watch tonight. I want to see how his and Hummel's partnership grows here because we know how vulnerable playing in a back four can be. But if Hummels and Akanji can find that little bit of magic that they can create, we can maybe look at this formation a little bit more because I really like the personnel that's in it today. Also hope Sancho will have an impact on this game. Yeah, Sancho is an important one. He's been a little slow for us right now, and it's I don't know what to say about it. I don't know if it was the United in his head or what it was. Favre seems to point that on it. But Taylor's celebrating in the back. We just got a subscriber, so I couldn't quite see what it is, but Axel, I believe, just subscribed. I just saw Floating Josh celebrate. So Axel, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Taylor's got a smile ear to ear. That's great. But yeah, I think Sancho's got to have a good game today as well. He's been very quiet of late. He hasn't had that crazy impact. Even though he's not been awful. Like, he's not been awful. He's had a couple decent passes that's led to a few goals, but considering he put up 17 goals and 16 assists last year, we expect more. We just hopefully he can get his footing in, get these run of games. I like that he's obviously still in the 11, but it's not going to take much. The kid's too talented not to get back in. But fellow Canadian BVB fan here, nice. What do you think of Meunier's last performance? I'm so happy Royce is back and the cam position to start. Brandt will probably be subbed in. Welcome to the channel, Kevin. Another Canadian, absolutely love it. But for me, I thought Meunier's game against Schalke was pretty decent. He didn't shine by any means, but I think he looked a lot more comfortable in the right back spot. I don't think for us he should ever play right wing backs again. He can't find himself in this team. And I'm glad he is starting again because I am curious to see how he'll do in that right back spot against a stronger opposition. So I think today will be a big tell, but I was impressed, or at least satisfied with what he did in the Schalke game. And yeah, it's always exciting to see Marco here back in, playing in his favorite position, rocking the armband. I love it. DTR Haman can just keep his opinions to himself, saying he doesn't deserve the C, because that just ticked me right off. And I'm expecting Royce to come back in here, lead the line, and he just won the ball back there. Oh, it was well defended. I think that was Lovren. But yeah, I'm excited to see him in. But it sucks because, like you said, Brandt had such a good game against Schalke, and to have him not in the 11, it sucks. But when we have three amazing players like Brandt, Royce, and Reyna, who all prefer to play in that 10 position, and we start playing in a 4-2-3-1, only one of them can do it. So to me, Royce and Reyna can be a little interchangeable on that wing, and it might keep Brandt out, which is a shame because he like Dahoud have a lot of trouble finding a run of games here. How about that Chelsea match today, bro? I didn't watch the game. I think I saw the highlights, or not the highlights. I think I saw the score was 4-0. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I mean that's a huge performance for them, and I believe now for Chelsea that's 3 or 4 clean sheets in a row. So they went from conceding a crap load of goals to not scoring any goals or conceding any goals, but they're decent opposition. So a 4-0 win against any Russian club, in my opinion, is pretty good. But Sancho's in the ball here, a nice little dink in the box, and it's out for a corner. First corner of the game, I believe. Axel, our new subscriber, he got the Selly from floating JJD. He said, "Come on, Dortmund." Absolutely. Hi from Verdero, Cuba. Haja BBB. Welcome from Cuba. That's awesome. I absolutely love that we have fans from all over the world. We got one from Trinidad and Tobago and Cuba now. So let me know where you guys are watching today. I find it absolutely fascinating when we're able to get together like this, when we're people all over the world. So welcome to the channel. Dortmund is somehow bad. Dortmund is somehow bad on it today. I'm not quite sure what you meant by that. Dortmund is somehow bad on it today. I'm not sure if you're saying they'll somehow be bad today. I hope not. I think. Oh, that was a nice ball though. Here comes Zambia. He's a big man. Axel looks like he's watching. Nice. Witzel had a well-defended ball, recycled it over to Berkey. But yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a good test. I think the players on the field know it, but it's also, like I mentioned, the Russian players know it as well. Or Zenit knows it. The players on their team know that their manager's life is a little bit on the line here because apparently Pochettino is rumored to come in. And if you're Zenit Saint Petersburg and you can pick up Mauricio Pochettino, you're going to do it. So Zenit, you better brace for a new manager. But I mean, for that, it's pretty cool because I can't imagine Pochettino going to Zenit, but at the same time, I can see it. I don't know if that makes sense to you. You've seen managers like Andreas Villas-Boas and Mancini go there, which is two class managers in my opinion. So I can definitely see Pochettino go there, even though I don't think he should. But Dortmund seems demotivated, Richard. Well, I've seen a lot of possession so far. And Wendell just had a nice win over Meunier. That is not what you like to see. Nice, well defended. I don't know about demotivated. They've had a lot of the ball, but another issue is we know with Dortmund is they like to do that pass around you and not take those kind of straightforward clinical opportunities when they arise. So a team like Zenit, who's usually well structured and well defense, they need to take these kind of opportunities when they come, and when from what I'm seeing so far is a little bit of the same like the Schalke game. They have a lot of the possession, they pass the ball around, and they just haven't quite went for it. They don't want to show their cards too early, but I don't think they seem demotivated yet. I mean, Zenit's got a little bit of the ball right here, so we'll see how this play goes because they haven't had a crazy amount of the ball so far, and we'll see how we act when we don't have the ball back yet. But King Jaden's going to nutmeg Zenit's defense. And get an assist for Lord Erling Haaland and Gio. That's what I'm hoping. Every one of us here wants a big performance from Jaden because he's been very quiet. It's a nice ball from Hummels, but yeah, no, it's got to be a big performance from him. We had an awful result in the Lazio game. And by the way, if anyone of you guys are watching any of the games or keeping tabs, I won't be. I got my laptop and phone occupied. So if there is a goal in one of the other games, just throw it in the chat and keep us updated, especially with the Lazio game, and you want to keep an eye on that one. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping a big performance from them. Sancho hasn't played in a front four in some time now, and it looks like they're already switching. From the looks of it, it looks like Sancho's already out on the left. Gio's went over to the right, and Royce is now through the middle, which I mean he always is, but he looks like he's a little higher up towards Haaland than he usually is. Oh, I didn't know that Haaland will not in the game. No, Haaland's starting. Haaland's up front right now. Not trying to play both CBs and ESPN Plus. ESPN Plus needs to hurry up and buy the rights to the Champions League. Yeah. I don't currently actually have ESPN Plus. I watch the Bundesliga games from Sportsnet, and I'm watching the Champions League now on DAZN. But obviously, ESPN Plus has really helped promote the Bundesliga in the North American market, which is awesome. So maybe down the line we might look into getting that. But I think it's a matter of time before. ESPN Plus is huge, and it's an opportunity for them to pick up the Champions League. They're going to take it, but I think they're exclusively tied down with DAZN for a few seasons still. Hello from North Carolina. Listening while working. Let's go BBB. What's your opinion on Lucien Favre in the last 2 seasons? Ryan, welcome to the channel. I'm not sure if you're the one who subscribed. If you were, thank you so much for the support and to listen in on the game. We're 13 minutes and 17 seconds in for Ryan's viewing or listening pleasures, but we're playing half decent right now. Nothing special, and we're not dominating like we did in the Schalke game, but I think we look half comfortable in my opinion. But as to your question about Favre, I think that in my opinion, I've always said I'm hashtag Favre in, because I don't want to see him go out on poor terms. For me, as a Dortmund fan, watching the season before Favre came in, I was devastated. It was just an awful season all around. Players weren't playing well, and it just looked like we were going to go through a huge rebuild. Little did I know next season Favre would come in, find an amazing pairing of Axel Witsel, Delaney, Marco Reus would go on another tear, and he would give me hope for a title push, which we very well could have won. Oh, nice ball into the box. Whew! Reina just had a nice opportunity there and cut it just wide. That was a nice shot. I'm going to take a look at the replay. Guerrero put a nice ball in the box. Looked like Holland held it up, and oh, that was close. That was inches away. But yeah, for me, Favre, in my opinion, will always have a positive memory for me, because that first season was sensational. No one expected that title push. I don't care what anybody says. And last season was just kind of average, but I mean, a little disappointing. Obviously, we picked up some big names like Brandt and Hazard and Hummels, and then obviously didn't have the title push we wanted. And then this season will be interesting. I hope he sees out his contract, and then the board just already said that they probably aren't looking to re-sign him, and we'll take a look at some managers. For me, I'm going to do a video on this, but I'm just going to throw some names out there and want your guys' opinions on if Favre does leave. Who do you want to see? Jesse Marsch, Rose, Marco Rose from Gladbach, or Nagelsmann, even though Nagelsmann just came out and said that he's a Bayern fan, so that kind of rubs me the wrong way. But those are some definitely possibilities there, as well as Pochettino, but it looks like he may be going to Zenit if Dortmund can get a result here. But that's a nice ball in the box by Guerrero, which is well defended by Lovren. Kick back out. Hummels goes up against Dumby and wins that. So, I mean, Dumby is a big man. I can't underestimate how, I think he's like 6'5". He's a big boy. But we got where are we? This game is going to be intense, but I see Reina of BBB Shield and Super Dortmund Power. Catalina just throwing some crazy descriptions at me, but I love it. I love the enthusiasm. And yes, I agree. This is going to be a tough game. It's because these Russian teams can be very hard to play. They've always been like that. I do actually remember playing them way back in the day in the Champions League last time we played them, when Witsel was on the opposition side, and they had Hulk, and they had a strong team, and we only beat them, I think, 5-4 on aggregate. I think that's the year we lost to Madrid in the quarterfinals, but they've always been a tough team. They had a great season last year, and they have quality players. So I agree. They're gonna try to play this game as importantly as they possibly can. As we know, their manager's job is on the line, on top of the fact that they lost their first group stage game against Bruges as well. So, I mean, I absolutely agree with what you're saying. Barca scored. Unfortunately, Lazio just scored. And David, I don't know what to think about that either. If it's unfortunate or if it's okay. Because, like, if Club Bruges won that game and we win this game, I think everyone will be 1-1 or 1-0-1. So that's not horrible. But I think it's going to be pretty much a two-horse, hopefully, race if we can get a good result here between us and Lazio. So let's just hopefully bury Zenit out of their chances right away and take on Lazio the next time. But, I mean, it could go either way. I just obviously want to progress. After losing the first group stage game, it's never a good result. So we definitely need one here. Dembele scored against Juve 1-0, and now Juve just scored. We could get Nagelsmann or Marco Rose as a coach. That would be awesome. Some rumors suggest that they might go for them at the end of the season. Yeah, I don't know about Nagelsmann now after reading what he said about Bayern. And maybe he looks to the Premier League, or maybe, I mean, I don't think he's getting that Bayern job anytime soon. But, oh, Dortmund just had a very nice passing play. And that's what I like about Mohamed Dahoud getting in this team. I would like to see a replay of that, but they had a nice passing play there, and it came to Dahoud, and he did a beautiful little backheel pass. It looked like it almost nutmegged a player, which would have went right on to Sancho. And that's what I love about Mohamed Dahoud. Or I keep saying Mohamed Dahoud. I'm very sorry. I actually said that, I believe, in the last live stream. It's because I always call him Mo, and I just link Mo with Mohamed. It's Mahmoud Dahoud. I very much apologize. But the thing I do love about Dahoud is that he's got that just energy that he brings to the team, as well as getting forward and back. And I think that goes very well with playing with a defensive midfielder like Delaney did. And now hopefully Witsel can play like that this game. And like I said there, he just jumped up in the play, had a little bit of creativity, and almost had a beautiful backheel assist. And another thing is, I don't know if you guys saw the Schalke game, which I hope you guys did. He almost had a screamer of a goal. He's got a lot of quality. He just hasn't been able to get a run of games in for us. So I'm really hoping that this can be it. This can be a career-defining season for Dahoud. It's maybe exaggerating a little bit for me to say, but I do desperately hope that happens, because I've always liked the player, and I just don't think he's got the opportunity to show what he can do. I want Rose, and I think Rose, if you're asking me, and I want to make a video, so I don't want to give too much away on what I think, but Rose for me, yeah, is probably the most realistic one. But Jesse Marsch, and I'll explain why in the video we create, but keep tabs on Jesse Marsch. He's, for several reasons, I think has a real shot at becoming Dortmund manager. But Sanders had a nice ball into Meunier and ball to no one, which Meunier loves to do. But again, it's hard. It's a double-edged sword here, because Meunier just had a beautiful run, picks up a ball, which is a perfect pass, and then just poor delivery. And it just I don't know what it is about what Meunier is. I don't know if he's just overthinking it, but he gets himself into great positions, which is some of the harder parts and things that you can do as a fullback. And then his balls, I've just never seen him go to where they need to go. But Dahoud just had a beautiful ball up there over to Holland, which is intercepted and out for a throw. Lazio scored 2. They're saying offside. It's handball from Morata. So I'm assuming it's still 1-0 for Barca. I want Rose. I wouldn't mind Rose too. Rose is a quality manager. I'm very curious to see who's going to become available at the end of the season and who they can get. I don't know what Rose's contract is with Gladbach off the top of my head. I don't know what Marsch is, or even Nagelsmann is either. But they're all quality managers. But I think this next manager for Dortmund has to be the right one. But here comes Dahoud. Oh, come on. Stopped at the edge of the box, but he looks like a threat. Well, Dahoud looks like an absolute threat, and it's fun to see him coming from that CM position to be able to do that. But we're getting a lot of possession here. Every time that it's been taken, it's been recycled right back for us. Witzel's got it on him now. On over to Sancho, who looks like he's drifting into the middle a little bit. Well defended and taken away by Zenit. I am mostly seeing Dahoud being Dortmund's engine using the Emre Can effect. Absolutely, spot on. I can't stress it enough, and I'm so happy. I didn't think Dahoud would start this game just because he hasn't been able to find just the consistency and to break into this starting 11. So to see him now get in here and hopefully, I mean, from what I'm seeing, let me know if you guys agree. I think he's looking fantastic. I hope he can break into this team. And I think he brings a lot to it. And I like the way he looks in the 4-2-3-1. I think when he came on, he didn't look overly comfortable with the 3-4-3. I don't know why. I think this formation just suits him a little bit more. But I agree. He does look like the engine going forward and back for us. Every season, Dahoud's long shots have improved drastically. 100% agree. That one was a rocket. It was a highlight reel goal. The curve on it, if it would have went bar down, I probably would have puked in my mouth. And I want to see him do something along those lines again. And it just makes me very happy he's getting in. But Witzel's on the ball right now. Witzel's looking decently comfortable. He's going a little more forward than I'd like, just because if we lose it in transition, we could be in trouble. But he's on the ball a lot. And Witzel is very good at protecting the ball. And looking at Zenit right now, they're literally 11 men behind the ball. Zumbia is kind of looking to go forward a little bit. But as I speak, there's 11 men behind the ball, which... it's just hard to break down. But Dahoud swings it out to Witsel, who looks very attacking at the moment, but loses the ball. And let's see how Zenit does here. So see, one pass, we're all over them, we recycle it. I'm telling you, the 4-2-3-1 is looking good. We just need to be a little bit more direct. And I think having 11 men behind the ball makes it a little awkward for us. But here comes Meunier on the wing where we love to see him. Made a pass that got off, and we recycled it back to Sancho. Well played, well played. A couple seasons ago, they were traveling to space and slowly got better and better. Agreed. Matt Dahoud always attempted the long-range efforts and either over the bar or hits the bar. I haven't been impressed much with Dahoud since he's been with Dortmund, but like he said, hasn't played much. I totally agree. Kevin, I absolutely agree with you. I would have said, and I almost made a video on it about players who I thought would potentially leave this season. I thought Dahoud would leave. I just didn't think Dahoud was going to break into this 11. He's young. He's 24 years old. He needs to start playing minutes. He can't just sit. I think he's got quality. He can't sit there on the bench. And I just assumed he'd say, all right, I need to go to maybe like a Leverkusen, one of those teams where I can get in, get minutes, get fit, try to get into that German national team. I wasn't quite sure if it would happen for Dortmund, but that's the thing I like about a start of a new season. Anything can happen, and I wouldn't have expected that from Dahoud, and he's proven me wrong. But Reina over to Witsel, who, again, looks so attacking. I don't like that, because it takes one counterattack where he's out of position. I'd rather Witsel be a little bit more defensive, but maybe he'll prove me wrong. But Dahoud's on the ball again, and he's been the conversation talking point of this watch along so far. Dahoud's on it again. Take a shot. Kicked out by Zenit, and they've cleared up. They haven't been able to break. We've looked pretty good and done well at getting the ball back from them, but he's gonna get one soon. I'm hoping you're talking about Dahoud because I absolutely agree. And when he does, I'm gonna celebrate. And for Mahmoud Dahoud, he has a wonderful mustache. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of that. I've seen some pictures of Dahoud's mustache and it makes me very happy. So if you haven't noticed, I am growing a bit of a beard. We're looking to do Movember. I'm not sure if many of you guys have heard of that. I'm going to come back to that point because, ooh, Reina just got tackled right from behind. That's got to be a card. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. That looked a little dirty. I got him right from behind. He wasn't alone by any means, but I mean, it's not going to be a red. It's going to be more than likely a yellow. He's getting his card. I'm assuming it's yellow. But that was right from behind. Ripped him right to the ground. This is a decent goal-scoring opportunity. It is a yellow. He's looking for the player. I'm not sure exactly who it was. It was their number 14. Kusiev. Pardon me if I didn't say that correctly. But yeah, that was... Actually, he got the ball first. So, I mean, that wasn't on the replay. It wasn't as dirty, but it was right from behind. Took him out. It's definitely a foul. But he did get the ball first. So it was a better tackle than I thought. I'm assuming Guerrero or Royce is going to stand over this. I can't tell exactly where it's getting lined up. They're about to show it. It's going to depend. Whatever side it favors, I think should take it. So right now, I'd probably say Guerrero looks favorite, but knowing Marco Royce, he's going to take it. So let's take a look here. Yeah, Royce looks like he's going to take this. I love Marco Royce free kicks, don't get me wrong. Oh, it looked like it was going wide, but we got a corner out of it. But yeah, what I was saying is we were going to do a little Movember, so I'm going to turn this beard into a mustache. It's going to be Mo's Mustache Month here on the channel. We're going to raise money for men's health, which is what Movember is all about. So in case you're wondering why I have this facial hair. Well, the poor corner, and it got cleared out. Where are we on the comments? Yeah, Dahoud always scores long-range screamers for me in Football Manager. I wonder what his shooting is, because yeah, he has always had the goals Dahoud have scored have been beautiful goals. That was a very poor ball by Akanji, but even on the break, here comes Zenit. They don't have a lot of men going forward, but they found Zumbia. Well defended, Hummels. Great foot. And Dahoud's got it, and we go back the other way. That was an excellent little dink to get the ball away from Zumbia there. Because I don't want to see him get on an opportunity to shoot because he's in goal-scoring form. Sancho lost the ball. He hasn't gotten the game. He has not gotten the game too much. Witsel won the ball back, though. And it's just a game of ping-pong right now. Hit Witsel right in the face. If Lucien doesn't return next season, I would love to see Jesse Marsch from Salzburg. he and Holland was very much flexible tactics, using a lot of personnel. Lucien has struggled with tactical and personnel, and he's got stuck in a starting 11. Ryan, I agree. I think for several reasons. I don't want to give away some of my answers because I want to make a video on this. But Jesse Marsch, oh, nice ball. Here comes Holland. Poor pass. But yeah, I think Jesse Marsch is a huge possibility. I just don't know if he's quite the high-profile manager I want to see at the team. But I think for other reasons, he may be the favorite. And he does have that link with Holland and his working with young players, which Dortmund is always full of. It could be a match made in heaven, but I think there's one or two people they may try to target before. But Jesse Marsch could definitely be an opportunity to go there. And in my opinion, he's probably the best American manager as we speak. Correct me if anyone thinks otherwise. Shout out to Greg Vanny, my Toronto FC coach. But we got Rain on the ball right now. And we're doing a lot of what we like to do, and that's just circle the outside and look for that opportunity. Kanji did find a nice little ball over to Sancho. Nope, my apologies. It's Guerrero who then finds Sancho. On the left, those two should be very dangerous. Sancho is playing with the ball a little bit right now. Not sure where quite to go, and loses it, but it goes nice, fortunate bounce over to Guerrero, who finds Dahoud. But yeah, I agree. And that's why I'm excited about the 4-2-3-1, Ryan, is because we got stuck on that. And I just find that we've been running into a wall in a few games, and we haven't been able to adapt. And I just like the way that we look a little bit right now with the 4-2-3-1. It just, the thing that's going to kill us is counterattacks and how we're able to defend that. And having Delaney not in the team, to me, makes that very realistic that we can get hurt on the break. But I'm very excited to see how this game plays out. I mean, we're almost 30 minutes in. It's 0-0, but in my opinion, we've been the better team. We just need to be a little bit more direct because we just keep getting in those positions, and we have a poor ball. Sorry, Meunier, that's mostly been you. Or we just haven't taken those chances. Yeah, Fabre is stuck with that last two seasons. He's been rotating a lot more recently, though. Yeah, he was 4-2-3-1 the first season, pretty much the entire season. And then the beginning of the 1920, he was 4-2-3-1 until he realized we had the two best wing backs in the world. And then he was all 3-4-3. And then he's been pretty much all 3-4-3 this year until, obviously, these last two games where he's gone back to the 4-2-3-1. And it just seems like he's added a little bit of spark to our team. Just kind of, giving them an opportunity to play a little bit in more comfortable positions, which is like what Dahoud is benefiting from, what Delaney benefited from. What apparently Guerrero is, because I would not have thought the left-back role would have been quite right for him. But Witsel finds Reyna. He's got the ball still, kicks it out to Meunier. Nice little jump. Meunier, what are you going to do with it? Oh, nice feed on Meunier. Looks like Dahoud's playing a little bit more defensively. Nice ball out to Guerrero. This is where the quality needs to come in. Well defended by Zenit. But yeah, it looks from what I'm seeing here, looks like Witsel is actually going up a little bit more, playing more as that 8, where Dahoud's just kind of sitting in the pocket. I mean, when you play as a 6 and you play as a very involved 6, you get the ball a lot, which is what I think Dahoud is good with. I think he's a lot better on the ball than Witsel is, so maybe that's the tactic there. But I thought Dahoud would have been playing a little higher than Witsel, in my opinion. But what do you think about Meunier? He looks decent in the back four. I agree. I agree. I think Meunier is his best position, and if he's going to be on the pitch for us, he's got to be in that right back position. And I don't know if there's pressure from the board to play him because we got him some high wages. We got him in a long-term contract. We need to maybe get something out of him. But, I mean, he cannot play as our right wing back again. It's just been awful for him. But playing as a right back so far in the Schalke game, didn't mind him. And so right here, didn't mind him. It's just that quality and creativity he just doesn't have. But we're comparing him to Hakimi, so it's very hard to do. But speaking of him, he's got the ball right now. He finds Dahoud, who I think's had the most touches in this game so far. Witsel puts it back to Dahoud. We're waiting for that 35-yard shot, but he's not going to do it. But it's back to him. Dahoud's got it. He's waiting for it. I'm telling you, a cracker today is coming from Dahoud, but it's kicked out to the wing. Sancho's got it. Finds Royce, who I think's been a little quiet this game. Sancho, nice little ball. Defended by Zenit, but, well, one back again. And, I mean, we got to give them, like, our press has been very nice so far. Zenit has not had the ball very long, and we've been all over them, and we've won it back a few times in important areas. But there we go. One ball up to Zumbia. This is what he can do. Look how big of a man that is. And that's not a foul. That was a beautiful challenge by Akanji, because he is a big man. And if they want any chance Zenit could go down and threaten our goal, he's going to be holding it up and he's going to be looking for one of the wingers. But I've seen Hummels and Akanji now do 2 beautiful tackles on Zumbia. And it's hard without fouling him. It's very hard to do. So that's impressive. Man United scored. If we win today, I think we should have a socially distanced sugar-free ice cream party. Wow. Yeah, I say we do that. I don't think we can get any more socially distanced than being on a watch along from each other. But I agree. I'm lactose intolerant, so I'll grab my dairy-free ice cream and I'll celebrate with you guys. I live a sad life. Can't eat wheat or dairy. So fun facts about me. Juve scored. I don't know what, I've seen that twice now. It said Juve scored and disallowed. Is it 1-0 still for Barca? I'm not too sure. I see Royce as our great Capitan because deep inside the heart, he's a mold of a man in a man's boyhood club, Dortmund. I agree. If you guys didn't catch my latest video on why I believe that Dieter Hammann's opinions are useless, you can go check that out. Yeah, Royce there's a lot more layers to a captain than just, there's many layers to a captain. For me, Marco Reus is just, like you said, he's the heart of Dortmund. Every player wants to play for this guy. Oh, nice ball. Everyone wants to play for this guy, and he just makes every fan, every supporter around the world happy when he's on the field, and it's all we want to see is a fit, happy Marco Reus. So I definitely agree with you there. Do you think there will be 2 goals? It's tough. Before the game, I predicted it would be a 2-0 game for Dortmund. The way we're playing, it looks a little bit like the Schalke game. Obviously, Zenit hasn't done a crazy amount, but when they get possession, they do get it a little bit longer than Schalke did. As I'm speaking, they have the ball, and they have a little bit of players going forward for them. But, I would guess yes. I wouldn't say any more than 2, though. I'd say 1 or 2 goals you'll see from this game, just kind of looking at the way that Zenit's lining up. But you never know. When it comes down to it, and these 2 teams want to go for it, because I think both of them need a win if they want a chance to progress in this group. That's a nice little ball into the box. Well defended by Berkey. Ooh. I'm not sure. Oh. That was a nice little collision. But good on Berkey. He came out with a lot of force there. I'm not sure who put this quite in the box. I think it was Santos. And yeah, that was close. Berkey got a hand on it. No, actually it wasn't close. From the other angle, the ball didn't go anywhere near the goal. But it looked like Zenit's winger there. I don't know. The camera angles throw me off. It looks like it went just over the bar. Oh, it did. So yeah. So no, it went straight, but it dipped just over the bar. So that was a half decent chance for them. A dangerous play. It's what Zenit can do on the break when they have it. But they're going to be playing a lot. They're going to be playing very, very, very much defensively. Like I said, there's been 2 or 3 times already where they've had 11 men behind the ball. But I love Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland is my favorite player. Do you like Haaland? Riley, I absolutely love Haaland. So does producer T here. He loves when Haaland celebrates and when Haaland does interviews. When Haaland does interviews, it's my favorite thing. But no, I love Erling Haaland because he is just a goal scorer. He's a devastating goal scorer at the age of 20, and he's just such a big force. He's a very fast man. He's strong. He's composed. He wants to score every game. When he doesn't score, he's very pissy. It's why he gives his interviews like he does. But he's got quite the future, and he's a sensational talent. And he's a striker who I wouldn't want to replace anytime soon. But shout out to Makuku, who's coming up, because he'll have a chance to be a potential starting striker for us one day. So I'm excited for that. His first game could be potentially against Club Brugge when we play them next, late November. But Dortmund's got the ball again. Can you speak German? I cannot speak German. I would love to speak German. When I went to Dortmund in 2018 with my buddy, we couldn't speak a word, and it was a bit of a struggle. We went to a bar and drank with here's Dahoud, top of the box. Take a shot, Dahoud. Fudge. But we had a nice night of drinking with about 15 people from Dortmund. They were aged 40 to 70. It was hilarious, but they drank with us all night long, and I couldn't understand a word they were saying. They couldn't understand a word we were saying, but we had a blast. So I wish I could speak German. I may look into doing it one day. Producer T suggested that. We had a couple people reach out to us and suggested they could help us learn German, which would be super cool. It's just learning another language is just such a tough thing to do. So I don't know if I can pull it off, but I would like to do it. My Oma is a fun fact. She grew up in a German-speaking household, so she can't quite speak German anymore. I think a few sentences here and there, but maybe I can get a quick jot note from her and then maybe get some other help. And one day, maybe when Taylor and I head over to Dortmund, we can understand a conversation. But for now, if we were talking to anyone from the team, it would have to be Sancho, Jude, and Reina. So how's Dortmund playing? From 1, we're playing decent. We'll have a lot of the ball. We've done a lot of what we've done in the Schalke game, which is when we've gotten into the dangerous areas and we just kind of recycle it around or put a poor ball into the box. A few of them have come from Meunier. Haven't had a real clear-cut opportunity quite yet, but it's going to come with time. If we keep playing like this, it's going to be a matter of time before we break them down. I absolutely love to see Dahoud. He's playing great right now. He's playing more of the 6. He's our most offensive player, but yet somehow has the most touches probably on the pitch. Witzel's going a little bit more up, but the front 4 has been kind of quiet. The defense has played well. Hummels and Akanji have both had 2 beautiful tackles in on Zambia, and their shape looks well. It's just, I don't know, it's just a lot of not going for those opportunities when they get in that position. But that's a beautiful ball there. Nice touch. Come on, Royce. Put it in. Whew. I'm not sure who did that ball, but that was a nice touch. Royce had a little touch around the defender and had a nice shot on net. I think that was Sancho. And that's what Sancho can do. Very quiet, but found a beautiful through ball over to Royce, who had a tight angle, but I think it was a save. Otherwise, it just went straight out. No, it was a save. It's a corner. It was a good little run. Sancho's taking the corner. Whips it in. Collected easily by Zenit's keeper. Dortmund is playing really well, right? I think they're playing well. It's just, again, like the Schalke game, which after it was a 3-0 result, you can comfortably say that was a comfortable game. We dominated them from start to finish. Didn't take our chances right away, but they came, just a lot of pressure on them. And as I'm saying that, we're on the break right now. Sancho with an, intercepted. But yeah, we have a lot of the ball. I'd say we're playing well. It's just, it's those kind of games where we're playing well, we have a lot of the ball. And if they get one quality counterattack, we're all of a sudden down. Now they can play even more defensively, which they're already... Oh, that was a foul. But they're already playing very defensively, and the thing I do like about them, though, is when Zenit does get the ball, we get it immediately back. There's only been about 2 phases I can think of is when they've had the ball for more than only a couple touches. But as I'm speaking, we've got it. Reina's taking a look, drifting into the center of the park. But yeah, no, we're not playing too bad. Oh, and poor ball. I think I might have given Master Erling his Super Cup power of Indemnity Magic, Internal Dark Arts, Strength. Catalina, you're absolutely cracking me up with these sentences. My gosh. And the speed of a cheetah. Also, we can use Hypnosis ability. Yep. I mean, I don't know if I can quite top your sentence there, but I mean, I can try to touch on it. Haaland did have a great game in the Super Cup. He had a great game because, to me, he was the player on the pitch who wanted that win the most. I'm surprised he didn't have a temper tantrum when he got ripped off the pitch from Favre, which peed off a lot of people, but is what it is. But yeah, he wanted that match. He wanted that victory, and it's just what I love about Haaland is it's just he's a machine. He wants to win. He wants to score. It's what every footballer should and does want to do, but he can usually put his money where his mouth is and put the ball in the back of the net. But Sancho's got the ball here. Oh, that's a beautiful ball. Speaking of the king. Oh. He doesn't usually miss those. Sancho had a beautiful little ball. Look, that's what Sancho can do, man. He's an underrated passer. But Haaland took a nice touch, took it away from his body, but he dragged it just past the far post. It was a good opportunity, though. He's not gonna like that. He's gonna get very pissy soon, and he's gonna bang one in the back of the net soon. So, but that would have been a very important goal. I'm pretty peed off that didn't go in. What do you think about Zagadou? Flawless Phoenix. I think that Zagadou is a solid young player. I think that it's gonna be very curious to see what happens when he's able to get back fit, jump into the lineup. Because if we stick with this Oh, that's a nice ball by Zenit. Well collected by Berkey, though. Off his line quick and finds our boy, Dahoud. But I think Zagadou is going to have some trouble breaking into the 11 if Akanji and Hummels can find the chemistry which they're looking to develop right now. Only because if he plays, he's going to play as a left center back, which is what Hummels takes on right now. Hummels doesn't, for some reason, love playing on the right. He likes playing on the left. I think he's pretty much always played on the left. Because he's good with both feet. He usually plays with a right-footed defender. So Akanji comfortable on the left, Akanji comfortable on the right, Hummels comfortable on the left. So I don't know. I think he'll get some minutes, but I think this can be a tough 11 to break into, especially switching to a back four. Witzel's on the ball right now, though. Swings it on out to Meunier. Who is your... Oh, we're getting more comments than I thought. Who do you think both sides will score? I don't. As of right now, I think Dortmund will be the only team to score this. I hope I don't jinx that, but if you're looking to bet, that's what I would suggest. Oh, what a spin by Dahoud. Love this guy. Nice touch by Sancho. Come on, look, kick it out. Nice ball. Was it a little much? Nope. Guerrero keeps it in. It was a nice play. It's a beautiful, beautiful little spin on Dahoud. Who is your favorite Dortmund player? My favorite Dortmund player is that man right there. We have a fun little announcement, though, with the channel. We have a couple of pretty cool things coming in. There's something to do with the team. We have a very awesome surprise to do with Borussia Dortmund. It's awesome what they did, so definitely keep an eye on the channel because it's going to be super cool when I'm able to make that announcement with involving the team. We also have a couple of special... Well, I'm appearing on the podcast Over the Bar, who just created a Bundesliga show, which will be pretty cool, featuring on it this Sunday. And we're also having a special guest, who I'm not going to give too much away because it's pretty cool, but he was, I think I read on his Twitter, I hope I said it correctly, he was one of the most 30 interesting people of 2019. I'm not sure what was the region, but very interesting person who's got a Dortmund connection we're going to have on the channel soon, so that's going to be pretty cool. But, yeah, Royce is my favorite player. Sorry, I got a little off topic there. He's always been my favorite player. He's the reason I fell in love with Dortmund, which is why I am doing what I'm doing today. It's all because of that man, following that team. Also Klopp. I got a lot of love for Jurgen Klopp. In my opinion, one of the craziest managers you'll ever see. But what he did to that Dortmund team was sensational, and I desperately miss him. But yeah, let me know who your guys' favorite player is. A lot of you, I'm hoping, will probably say Royce, just because he's the beauty. He's the heart and soul of Dortmund, but we have a lot of youngsters, Sancho, Reina, Holland, who can give a shout. But for me, just because of the nostalgia, the love of him, and he's just an amazing person, Marco Reus is my guy. What do you think about Zagadou? I like Zagadou a lot. I do. I think for the rest of this season, because of the injury and because of this switch to a 4-back formation, which I hope we stick with, it's going to be hard for him to break in. But we got a lot of comments there, which is awesome. I can jump on to those at halftime because we are almost there. So I will just commentate a little bit for the half before I get into some of those comments. For me, Dahoud has been the best player on the pitch so far. I don't know if you guys agree. Again, you can let me know in the comments if you guys agree with that, but I just love the way he plays, and I want him to plug his way into a starter. I love those kind of stories with a player who you didn't think would even be at the team, all of a sudden become one of the most important players. He just seems to be everywhere on the pitch. I think he's striving in this 4-2-3-1. But Hummels finally gets in on the action. He hasn't touched the ball a lot, playing a little more defensively. Nice ball out to Jadon. Got some fancy feet. Come on, we need one here. Pop one in. Too much, Sancho. But I believe that is it. That is halftime. 0-0. A little nervy. Don't love it, but we can dive in on some of these comments here. So, I think I already read one. Who is your favorite Dortmund player? I cannot tell when Big Zag is back, but he was on Instagram once posting video of himself making a comeback. I think he's a few weeks away. I think Zagadou, assuming he's back in training, but I think he's still a few weeks before he can get onto the bench. But like I said, it's gonna be a struggle for him to break into this 11. But we did gain a subscriber, so huge shout out to you guys who subscribe. I really appreciate it. You get Floating Josh celebrating for you guys, so that's awesome. Thank you so much for the subscription. But yeah, I don't know. I think he's gonna make a comeback, and they're gonna try to want to get him into the starting 11 when they can. I'm hoping that Akanji and Hummels can create a nice little partnership there, and it'll make it hard for Zagadou to get in. Not that I don't want to see him in. I just want to see our back line play the way that it can, and that's that's just awesome. But for you guys who don't know, Producer T is celebrating every time we get a subscriber here, so it's making me smile. So big shout out from myself and Producer T for the subs. It means a lot to us. We keep growing around here, and glad you guys are joining the Bay for Bay family. So much respect from our rivals. Hey, a Bayern fan on the channel. I'm assuming he might have found us from Bayern Now's channel, but we like the respect. We obviously have respect for you guys as well. I don't know what to say. You're just on another level right now, and I'm hoping that when we meet, we can take you guys down. And given off the performance we had in the Super Cup, I'm hoping, in the way that I like that we're playing right now, I think it'll be a pretty good game. But I'm always a nervous wreck when I play. When we play Bayern. I remember when we lost to them 5-0 in the 2018-19 season. I couldn't even look at anybody for literally like 3 hours. I went to my girlfriend's brother's house to watch the game, and I was just sad the entire day. It was very emotional. So I'm very much hoping for a different result this year. We need Dortmund to score. We absolutely do need Dortmund to score. They played very well, but like the Schalke game, they weren't a crazy goal-scoring threat until really the second half. So I'm hoping just by the way we're playing, we're wearing this Zenit team down, make them tired, and we'll be able to take a break. We had a big opportunity from Holland. It's the only real one that stood out to me. He dragged a shot just wide, hoping that in the second half we can get a goal, but need goal. BYB. I'm assuming you meant BBB, but yes, I agree. We do need a goal. I actually think Favre was correct in his decision to take Holland in the Super Cup. Brandon, that's a great point. A lot of people made that point. I was not one of them. I just like to beat Bayern. It's one of my favorite things to see. So it really much, as soon as we got the up on Bayern and it looked like it might go our way, he took off all the players that would have made the difference, and Bayern just took it. I know the game didn't mean a lot. I had people from Germany reach out to me and say, just over there for those kind of fans, it doesn't mean anything to them. For me, it does. I wanted to see a trophy. I wanted to see a victory over Bayern, but that is a good debate, and I definitely had a lot of people on Twitter debate me on that, but I was pretty peed off when we lost that game, not going to lie. Club Brugge's equalized. That might not be a bad result, a draw in that game, but I mean, I don't really care how it goes. If Bruges win, and we win, everyone is 1-0-1, that's fine. If Lazio wins, it really means that hopefully, and we win, that we're the two front runners of this group. But a draw, I mean, it still puts Bruges in front of us, but hopefully we can go and we can knock them off and give us a real opportunity. So I'm not really sure. Let me know what you guys think about the Lazio game, and if you guys want Lazio to win, if you'd rather a draw, or if you'd rather a Club Bruges win. What formation are you running this year? Or what formation are you all running this game? Right, I'm assuming you're at... Oh, okay, yes, sorry. Kellen, you're the Bayern fan who jumped in. We're rocking the 4-2-3-1. I'm very excited about it because Dahoud, for me, is my player to watch. I think each week I'm going to pick a player who's making a huge impact on the team. I just decided this, and for me, it's Dahoud, because all I can think about when I think of Dortmund right now is Dahoud. And the reason is because he just is someone I've written off. I'm the first one to admit I've been totally wrong. I didn't think he'd be able to break into this team. I think he would have probably took his luck elsewhere, but for me, best player on the pitch right now. He had a beautiful turn. He had almost an unbelievable goal in the Schalke game. He just had commanding presence, and I had a lot of you guys in the chat who I think agree with me. Ruben Jacobs says, I am betting both teams need to score on all 3 matches currently running. 2 scored so far. Whew! He's a betting man. He's a betting man. I like it. Producer T likes to get some bets in as well. So, I mean, he used to text me before he started following football as closely as he does now and getting into the team all the time of what he thought about these games. And I once told him that he should pick Levante, which I think was 35-1 to beat Madrid. He didn't do it, and Levante won. But, yeah, you know. Gotta listen to JJD. JJD, hope you're doing a watch-along with George. Ooh. I might have to reach out to George and see what he thinks about that. I haven't decided yet on the best way to do that because obviously the games would be at the same time. We want some the obviously viewers from both of us to be able to watch it. I'll see what he says. See if there's a way we can do it, but that's definitely something we'll have to look into. A surprise with the team. Tell us. Whew. Dez. I don't know. I want to keep it a little bit on the down low right now, but yeah, there's a surprise for the team. The team's been very, very supportive of the channel so far, which means the world to me, which is the reason we just keep trying to pump out content for you guys. So I think you guys will love the surprise. I'm dying to tell you guys it, but we want to make it more into a video announcement because it's pretty cool. So I'm going to hold on to that and just let you guys wait, and hopefully can find out in the next couple weeks. But hard not to love Royce. Yep. I remember years ago always seeing like players you can't hate, and it always had Royce on there, and how can you hate him? He's an absolute beauty, and I'm hoping that he can pop up here with a big performance today. Royce is my favorite. Him and the whole Dortmund stadium and fans is why I'm a Dortmund fan. Kevin, love it. I told Producer T, which is, again, the reason the man's getting into football is because of this Dortmund team. And I told him, we're going to be going to Dortmund soon. I don't want to go there until the fans can go back into the stadium, because when I went there for the first time and watched the game live, it was the coolest thing I've ever done. I recommend anyone who's a Dortmund fan, even a football fan, to go there. And it'll just change you. And it was so cool to go to that game and see the boys win. So yeah, so I agree. The fans are amazing, and like the story I told with drinking with a few of Dortmund supporters and only German speaking, but still gave me a time of my life. But JJD, he's awesome, but he's a no. Lewy, I'm assuming you're talking about. Oh, I skipped over some comments. Oh, the legend Piszczek is my favorite player for sure. Hey, a lot of love for Piszczek. He's been with the team for a long time, and he is a club legend. Absolutely, he is. I love him a lot too. It's just he's obviously getting up there in age, and he doesn't really play as the right back anymore, which is obviously what he was known for. And he played the right back position very well, and he's done it for us for a lot of years now. But unfortunately for Pease, his career is dwindling down, but he can still help us out when he's needed. And yeah, I have a lot of love for him. Akanji has been solid. Yes, he has. Akanji has been a very important player, and I think coming back, and if he can stay fit and, like I said, create this partnership with Hummels, he's going to be a very important player. It's why I think Zagadou is going to have trouble breaking into this team when he gets back healthy. Royce is injured a lot. He's awesome. Yeah, Royce is injured a lot. It's a shame. It's the way his career's gone. But when he's in, he always makes a difference. And I'm, again, hoping that he can give us all some love here and have a big performance and get us a goal. Yeah, I don't have a lot of hatred for Lewandowski, but a lot of love for him at the same time, because I love when he was on our club. He was on the team when I started supporting them, and then he left for free for Bayern, and then I just, in my heart, had to hate him a little bit. So I don't like seeing him score all the goals he does, because it breaks my heart. Not fun. I subscribe. Riley, huge shout out. We saw Producer T celebrating. We saw Floating JJ celebrating. So I really appreciate the subscribe, my friend. But both Dortmund and Bayern need to stop Leipzig from stealing the Bundesliga before it's too late. Leipzig looks very good. I don't think they're going to win the title. Not over Dortmund, not over Bayern, but it is always fun to have some more competitive teams. I like that. I know that for many reasons, fans all over the world don't like Leipzig, but you got to give them credit where credit's due. They are a fun team to watch, and they make the Bundesliga a little more exciting, because it's almost another team you gotta hate, but they have a great manager, and it's why that they're able to do what they can do, even though Nagelsmann just admitted he's a Bayern fan, which is not fun at all. But we're playing to Zenit's level. I don't know if we're playing quite to Zenit's level. I get your take. I mean, I just think like we've had a lot more of the ball. We're the better team for sure. It just we haven't went for it. We haven't taken any of those chances. I don't know if we're just nervous because we got that back four. We don't want to get countered, but we just keep playing with the ball. We just keep doing that nice little U, not making those penetrating runs, not getting these quality balls in the box, and it's just been kind of frustrating. But we did that in the Schalke game. We came out stronger in the second half, and yeah, so I'm hoping to see a little bit of the same. Bayern is not worried. Yeah. Haaland must improve his control and pass. That is something that a lot of people say, like, what can Haaland improve on? I think it's his passing. He doesn't have to do it quite a lot because we have a lot of players on the team that can get him the ball. And all he's got to do is put it in the back of the net, and he's one of the best in the world doing that. But it's definitely an opportunity for him to improve his game, is just to get his passing. And there's a couple opportunities in this game, actually, where his pass didn't quite make it to where he needed to. Reina's shot was quite close. It was very close. It could have easily went in the back of the net. What is the key to coming out on top after the second half? Brady Van Weinman comes in and asks us what is the key of coming out on top of the second half. That would just be to take our chances and go a little more direct. We have been playing with the ball too much. It's almost like we're a little scared to lose it and get caught on the break. And if we can just put those worry beside us, just go for it, go a little more down the middle, look for Haaland, and hopefully take one of those chances is what I want to see going into the second half instead of just playing with the ball and getting these poor balls into the box. Leipzig will collapse their lead. LOL, they haven't played anybody yet. Yeah, I don't think Leipzig's going to win the season by any means, but I think they're a favorite for third in my opinion. Hazard for Royce. For the subs, I do like calling subs. I think Hazard will come on, and I think Hazard and Brandt definitely both will come on. I think Reina and Royce will probably be the two to come off, yes. And I'm assuming, depending on when it goes, between the 60th and 70th minute. Woody asked the Bundesliga winner. I don't want to answer that because I don't want to jinx it, because I've been a Dortmund fan for a long time now, and I've had my heart broken way too many times. I'm just a very superstitious person, so I cannot answer that question. But I desperately hope it's this, because if we win the Bundesliga while I'm doing this, it will be a party. It's Mahmoud Dahoud, bro. Not Mahoud. Mahmoud Dahoud. I know, I'm sorry. I always get his name wrong. It's because when I started following him, I always called him Mo. And it clicked that it was Muhammad, and I just always butcher his name. I'm very sorry because he's my favorite player right now on the team to watch. Mahmoud Dahoud. Let me know, OC Gaming, if that's correct. I feel very bad when I always pronounce it wrong. Mahmoud Dahoud. Let me know. Nagelsmann is a great coach. He's a great coach. I just found out he's a Bayern fan, so now I'm a little less likely or less keen to see if he comes to Dortmund, because I have a feeling that he may be the one that Dortmund targets. Again, I don't know anything about his contract, but with what's come out on the news today that Fabra may not get re-signed, it's a huge possibility that, like Pochettino, if he doesn't go to Zenit, Jesse Marsch, for several reasons, which I will touch on in the next video, Rose and Nagelsmann, I think, are the front runners. I don't think Allegri quite fits the mold of this team, even though he's a born winner. Do you think at some point Haaland might win the Ballon d'Or? Ooh, that's a good question. I say yeah. With Messi and Ronaldo's careers winding down, and the fact that he's 20 years old and he's putting up the numbers he is, absolutely, there's a chance that he could put a fight in for the Ballon d'Or one day. Why BBB? That's a great question. Honestly, I started following Dortmund when I'm trying to remember what year it was. It was 2006. So it was my first game my mom bought me for the PS2, and I loved their logo. So that was the reason that I followed it. I thought it was a cool logo. Started following some of the players on that team, and they were just always my German team. And then when I started actually watching it, like it was probably around the 2010 season when I was actually able to watch games and fall in love with players like Lewandowski, and then over the years, Götze Rising and Royce were always, those three were when I look back on Dortmund, they're still in my mind the players I think about. So a lot of the reason I fell in love with the team were those three players there. So yeah, and it just snowballed after that. And Dortmund's kind of all I think about. And growing up in Canada, there's not a lot of people to talk about with, which is why I led to this channel. And I now have people from pretty much every continent in the world, a lot of different countries who are also BBB fans. So that's the entire goal of the channel, to get us all together where we can talk about it. So I'm pretty exciting, but I'm seeing Thorgan back in the role on the left wing back. I don't know if I want to see Thorgan as a left wing back. He had a great game as a left wing back, but with Guerrero in, there's no one in my opinion in the world who can get into the left wing back spot over top of him. Thorgan's more attacking in my opinion. But after Messi, Ronaldo, and Lewy retire. Yep, I agree. And they're at the tail ends of their careers while Haaland's just at the beginning. So there's definitely a shout that he can win the Ballon d'Or one day, and hopefully he does it with Dortmund. Brandt for Royce. Hazard for Reina will be the two subs I'll predict / would suggest to do when the time comes, probably 60th, 70th minute. But Mark Rue, I subscribed, but hey, Josh, didn't pop up. Oh, Mark Rue, big shout out for subscribing. I really, really appreciate that. The reason it didn't pop up is because you're probably private. So the reason that if you subscribe and it doesn't pop up is because your account's on private, so it doesn't show. So if you do see little Josh celebrating, it's because someone subscribed who has an unprivate account, so anyone can see it. But I really appreciate the the subscription, my friend, and a shout out to you because that means a lot. Zenit just suddenly is parking the bus. They're 11 men behind the ball. 100% they are. And it is a little scary. I'm going to set my phone up here on the ball. I don't like the way that's set up. Hate your upper management for letting Lewy leave for free. That breaks my heart. I don't even want to get into that. But it's sad. BBB need a better goalkeeper and 2 better center backs to stand with Bayern. I don't have an issue with Berkey. A lot of people over the years, I don't think he's the most consistent ever, but I don't have an issue with him. I do think we need another center back eventually, just in general, because we're short on center backs. So that's a decent point. I take it. If you all get Nagelsmann as a coach, we will be worried. You're a Bayern fan in disguise. Come on over. We'll open you with arms. My friend. I will never be a Bayern fan. They are unfortunately, which makes it fun because I love doing content with George. Makes it fun because I really don't like Bayern, and he really doesn't like Dortmund. But it's a rivalry. It makes it fun. I would never, and it's the same as the Schalke. It's the point I make. Schalke very well may get relegated this season. I don't want to see them get relegated. I love the derby, and I just obviously Bayern's not going to get relegated, but I don't want to see them when they're not competing against each other. So could never be a Bayern fan, but I have respect for them, and I'm hoping to take them down this season. So big shout out to Dortmund and attempting to do that because Bayern will always be a threat. Oh, it's a nice ball in the box. We're underway in the second half. I was going to do match ratings, but we had a lot of comments. I was trying to touch on those. So, yeah. I'll just say my standout player, again, is Dahoud. He's my man, and I'm hoping he's going to be the bright spot for this team. But Sancho had some nice touches there. Nice ball into Meunier. Let's see the delivery. That was a better ball. It's a slow clap. That was better. Meunier got into good positions like we know he can do. I was expecting a dreadful ball, but that was only a couple, I'd say, inches away from Haaland, who could have poked that in the back of the net. That was a good start. That could have easily been in if it wasn't Meunier who delivered the ball. But now Zenit's breaking, and it looks like he had decent amount of space. It looked like almost like a half 2-on-2. But we just closed so quickly, and that was well defended there by Royce, and we break the other way. Dahoud is making me so happy, man. He's just so good on the ball. Nice ball over to Reina. Very poor touch, but I went off of them, so I think this may count if Royce puts it in. Oh! The flag went up, but I don't know if that would have counted or not. It looked like it tipped off of them, which I think would have played Royce on. So that sucks. Let me take another look here. So he was definitely offside, but I believe it touched their player. So I think that might have counted. Let me know if you guys know the proper call there. But he raised the flag anyways, and Royce put it off the post. So it didn't matter in the end. But yeah, I would hate to see Schalke get relegated, which is weird coming from a Dortmund fan, but I missed the derby. And I agree. And let me know what you guys think about that, because I agree. I don't want to see them get relegated. I'd like to see them have a bad year because they're our rivals, just like I'd love to see Bayern have a bad year. But I don't want to see them out of the league. It just takes something away from an amazing derby. So the derby this year was a joke, though. We just destroyed them. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even much of a game. But yeah, no, I agree. Let me know. I have had a few people mention, especially after what happened with Makuku. They said, to hell with Schalke. I want to see them get relegated. I still don't. I hope they stay up. But wow, Royce, just wow. It was close. It was close. What do you think about the time Thomas Tuchel was the Dortmund manager? I think it was a match made in heaven for a little bit, which turned out drastically ugly because he came in after Klopp needed to go out after that 7th place finish, got us to a Europa League spot, and I thought Tuchel came in and turned that team into a machine. I was so upset we didn't win the Europa League. I desperately wanted to win that competition. I love the Europa League for some reason. Dortmund don't usually play in it, so it would have been so cool to win it for us, European glory. And we were heavy favorites, man. We were the best team in that competition by far, but we lost to Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool team, which was a joke. They just had one of those Anfield nights. And I was so bummed out. I would have loved to win that competition with us. A lot of people told me they wouldn't have cared, but for me, it would have been super cool. And he had a huge title race that season. I think he finished in second place with the most points ever to a team in the Bundesliga to finish in second place. Correct me if you think I'm wrong. I don't fully remember, but I love what he did. He ran a great team. He turned Julian Weigl into, which could have been a world-class player, and I don't really know what happened in his development. He just kind of lost his place, but he went out because obviously a lot of different things happened with his disagreements with the board and whatnot, but I rate him as a manager. I think he's a great manager, and I didn't like to see he went out the way he did, but we got Dahoud on the ball. Where's that shot? Oh, we were just talking up his long shots, and he put it into outer space. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Tuchel's time at Dortmund, because I really enjoyed it. I thought he created a team that played very, very well, and you saw what happened when he ended up leaving. It turned into a very poor season. It was an ugly season that year. I have a feeling Sancho and Haaland will score 2-0. I like that bet. I'll second that bet. Sancho and Haaland for sure. Sancho needs a goal, in my opinion. Tuchel's tactics were a bit dull, but at least he knew how to win something, man. Yeah, Tuchel did like playing in that 4-1-4-1 formation. It is not the most offensive formation, but yeah, you're right. He got results. Remember that Bayern win in the cup? 3-2. We had like 30% possession, but we just had players like Dembele and Aubameyang who could go in the break and soak up pressure and do it when it matters. But I think he's a great manager, and if he would have got what he wanted, I think he liked the club enough that he would have liked to stay there for a few more years. We need something quick though, because the more the game goes on, the more panic happens. But I'm hoping, and there's Dahoud all over it again. Finds Rafa. This is the first time I've seen Guerrero right in the middle of the park. We know how much when he plays a left wing back, he likes drifting into those positions. But as a left back, the poor man's got to be a little more restricted. So I haven't seen him too much this game actually, getting up in those kind of positions. But because he doesn't have Delaney covering him. But I think Delaney and Dahoud going forward can be our CDMs. I think what Dahoud's doing right now as a defensive midfielder is crazy, because I'd assume him more as the attacking one, and Delaney can take over that role. How's game going? Does it look like Borussia will win? Just join. Place an anchor bet. Ooh. We got another better in the house. I like it. I think Dortmund's playing well. They have a lot of the ball. They just haven't done a lot with it. They had one huge chance from Haaland. He put it just wide. But it's like the Schalke game. I mean, like I said, if that game ended up in a draw, everyone would have raised hell. But for the way that they broke down the team and eventually won 3-0, everyone says it was a dominant performance. We're 52 minutes in right now. We comfortably have possession, so I'm hoping we just break them down as we can. But he is as good as a coach. Same with Klopp. I'm assuming you're talking about Tuchel, and I don't know if he's as good as Klopp, but he's a good manager. Sancho is due for a goal, 100%. I'm not panicking. I'm staying 100% confident in this clash against Zenit. I love the positivity. I think we're playing well enough to keep that kind of optimism. You should all not have let Yang leave to Arsenal. Yeah. I loved Aubameyang. Aubameyang was a clinical striker. Nice ball in the box, but well collected by the goalie. Yeah, Aubameyang was one of my favorite players. Another reason I fell in love and just continue to love the club. Just some of the personality we brought in over the years. But just like Tuchel, the way Aubameyang left sucked as well. But look what he's doing for Arsenal. Like, it's not the best Arsenal size he's played with, but he's the only reason they have done anything. He's got some trophies there as well. Nice ball, nice little back touch. Intercepted. But yeah, I was sad when Aubameyang left. It was in a season which was another very poor season after Tuchel left. And I don't want to get into those because there were two very negative people who left the club who I didn't like the way they left. But not jumping in on that. Really looking at this buyout of $75 million in 2 years. All right, we need to get the Bayern fans out of this channel now. If Bayern sign Haaland, I don't even acknowledge that, because it would just make me so angry if they... No, Haaland will never play for Bayern. Not a chance. That is not happening. He's going to win the Ballon d'Or with Dortmund. That's a confident Dortmund fan you see here. But no, I don't think... I mean, I personally don't think... I can't say he's going to stay at Dortmund his entire career, but I don't think he's going to go to Bayern. I could be totally wrong, but I don't think I could talk to George again if he did. It would be the end of my relationship with Bayern as a whole. But BBB, a goal is needed now. Yes, a goal is desperately needing now, and we just asked, is Haaland scoring today? If I'm putting a player on anyone, I'm going to put it on Haaland, because why not? Why argue with his form right now? It's going to take one chance, but I think it's going to come from Sancho, or honestly, maybe Dahoud. The way the man is playing, he's on the ball right now. I'm expecting that 35-year... Oh, Dahoud, I just talked you up, and he did a poor ball that went out to nobody. Love your channel still, JJD. Lots of respect. Hey, thanks you, my friend. I appreciate it. And I kid a little bit, of course. But no, seriously, if Bayern takes Haaland, I'm cutting all ties. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying the channel. It's been a lot of fun to create so far. Meeting a lot of BBV fans all over the world, which has been awesome. Australia, Trinidad and Tobago, Cuba, Mexico. It's been a lot of fun. I think that's all might be offside. I can't remember, but Royce and Reina hasn't been linking up the way that I wanted them to. When they played in the 3-4-3, both of them played just under Haaland. And I find that they're just so interchangeable, the way that they move around and cover for each other and just kind of exploit the defense. But right now, with the three in the attack, they're not quite linking that well. And I'm going to say 65th minute, I'd bring on Brandt for sure. I'd probably take off Reina. I haven't seen too much from him. And then I'd bring on Hazard as well. It'll probably be a double substitution. So probably Reina and Royce. Brandt goes to Cam. And then Sancho as your lamb and Hazard as the ram, because I think Hazard plays best on the right, in my opinion. But we need something here, because it's been pretty dull this second half. We again still have a lot of the ball, but it's just missing that spark. And I always touch upon that until Dortmund proves me wrong and somebody steps up. That's a nice ball right there to Haaland. And he takes a look, but no one there. Ball into the box, but wrong decision. Well collected by the goalie. And then they break. But look at that. Like, it was a nice ball out to Wendell from the back, but Zenit doesn't have anyone going forward. They're playing for the draw is what it looks like. Which I was told today that if their manager doesn't get a win, he's going to get fired, and Pochettino's coming in. So that was quite the rumor to listen to. But like I mentioned earlier, it's not something I couldn't see happening. Seeing Mancini and Villas-Boas go to Zenit, Pochettino could definitely sign a 1.5-year deal, make some bank there. I can't believe he still doesn't have a club. But yeah, I mean, Zenit's been quiet this game. And it looks like they're playing to a draw, because as I say that, they go up, but I mean, there's just no one there. They can't do too much with it. Hummels collects it and punts it back up the field. And Haaland's the first one there. You gotta love it. Come on, Reina, hold on. And then and another thing I'm really liking about Dahoud's game is he creates himself a lot of space, and he's very, very technically gifted. Today I predicted him playing as the more attacking CDM, but he's the one with the ball. Like, he stays very, very much behind everybody else. He's a very good passer, so it's nice to have that little link-up play between the CDMs and your attacking midfielders, because that's what you need. But you'd think it'd come from your 8 CDM rather than your 6, but I think with Delaney in, they're going to make a good little partnership this year, so I'm really enjoying the way he's playing. Are they going to win? Oh, we got a bunch of comments I missed. My bad. Juve just scored. Okay, someone let me know, is the Barca-Juve game 1-1? Because I'm still confused on what the score was with all the disallowed goals. Erling Haaland swapped for Lewy. Not a chance. Lewy is dead to me after leaving us for free. Haaland's our man, and I don't want to see him ever go into a Bayern jersey. I would say that we pray for Haaland scoring a miracle in the VVB like Felipe Santana. What a beautiful goal. That's a good memory. That Malaga game in the Champions League at home, that was one of the coolest games if I think back to recent memory. As well with that Bayern semifinal game, always rings a bell. But, oh, Juve Barca game is 1-0. So these Juve just scored things are throwing me right off. But yeah, that was Felipe Santana's goal was sensational. That was one of my coolest memories of watching Dortmund play over the years. Dortmund fans united. I like it, Richard. I like it. We need a goal here. We need to unite. We need to unite on JJD TV, because we cannot get a draw here. I like the formation. I like the personnel too much to come away with a negative experience from this game. We're at home. We need to win. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You think they will win? Lazio and Bruges game is 1-1. Producer T is helping me out here, letting me know the scores. I do think they're going to win. I'm holding up a lot of faith because they're the better team. Sancho just won the ball here, though, and just threw Douglas Santos into the next pitch. And Dahoud gets over there and wins a corner. He's everywhere. He's everywhere this game. I'm telling you, he's our guy. Mo's mustache month. It's coming. Keep an eye out for November. Huge goal. Another huge goal disallowed. Oh, my. Wow. Just ever keep an eye on the Juve-Barca game. They really want Barca to win it. Let me know who you guys want to win that game. Nice ball into the box, but again, right to the goalie. Oh, come on. I want to see a goal here. I just find this formation too positive. Nice ball. Intercepted. This formation is just too positive for me to not get a result here. Hummels is jumping up. He's getting mad. He's getting angry. He hasn't had too much of the ball. So why not throw an outside of the foot crossfield ball? I love it. Nice little ball into there. Finds Royce. Well defended. I think that was Dahoud. But that was an outside of the foot ball from Hummels. Over to our boy Dahoud, who then whips one. No, it wasn't Dahoud. It was Sancho. But Royce had a nice touch, but it's tough. It's tough. We got a corner here coming from Royce. It looks like it is raining in Germany right now. Do I think Sancho will leave soon? A lot of teams are looking at him. It's a tough one. I have a feeling Sancho might leave after this season. Well defended corner. But I hope not. I love Sancho. He's an awesome player. Royce. Kept it alive. It's okay. We got the ball. Witzel's taking a look and gives it away. That's poor. That's the two Belgians. But no, Meunier wins it back. Big shout out. And Witzel's got it. Takes a look over to Kanji because the center backs are... And that's what I don't like. That's a little scary. When you see Hummels and Akanji coming close to their 18 and then we lose the ball, gives you a half heart attack. You don't know who we got on back, but we got Dahoud, man. Everywhere I look, he's there. I'm really liking his game. I'm talking about him a lot on this watch along, but I mean, I think he deserves it. Another Morata disallowed goal. That's funny because I'm pretty sure Morata this season alone. I mean, he's in great goal scoring form, and I like Atletico. That's kind of my La Liga team. So he's an Atletico boy. I do like Morata. He just hasn't found a lot of opportunity to play night in, night out and get goals, but he's done decent goal scoring from Juve, and now I believe in this season he's got 4 or 5 disallowed goals. So if he scored twice and they were both disallowed in the Barca game, he's definitely had at least 4. Also, JJD, is your coach trying to copy us with the 4-2-3-1? Oh, it's a nice ball in the box, but out of no one's reach. And I'm not sure. I mean, Faber, when he came to the club, played the 4-2-3-1 in the 2018-19 season. And then he realized once Hakimi and Guerrero said we're playing 3-4-3, he hasn't touched it since. And now all of a sudden, without Hakimi, we don't quite look the same, and the 4-2-3-1 just looks better. I mean, we still are 0-0, but I just think the team looks better the way that they're playing. We need a goal here because I don't want to see us revert back to the 3-4-3, except for with those matchups where it may be necessary. I hope the 4-2-3-1 becomes our main formation. But all right, where are we? Barca's up 1-0. Producer T, let me know. You know what a good game was when Robin, and the Bayern fans again are just taking shots. We're gonna skip past that comment. Should have read it in my head. I try to read something in my head just so I don't read something that I shouldn't. Especially mentioning Arjen Robben on here is one that is never a good idea. Also, when Robin missed the penalty and won us the league. Good. Footy X HD. I like it. Shots came right back. It was beautiful. And now there's going to be a little banter between the two. For us, league final versus Champions League final, which is more important? For Dortmund, the league is more important. This is coming from me. Let me know if you agree or not. But Bayern has dominated that league for too long, and we need to do something about it. And we're the biggest... Oh, nice ball in the box. We're the biggest opponents for them, and if someone's going to tip them for the title, it's got to be Dortmund. And I think it's what the fans want. It's what I want. It's what the players want. It's just something that came so close in that 2018-19 season. I haven't been so upset watching. There's been 2 times. There's been 2 moments in my life I can think back to supporting Dortmund and being heartbroken. One was a 5-0 loss to Dortmund in the 2018-19 season. And then you guys know the second one. It's that final right there, losing obviously to Bayern. Both those, you couldn't sleep. You didn't feel right. You just knew as soon as Bayern beat us 5-0 that it wasn't going to happen. It's in the back of your mind, and that's what can always just get to you, and it just sucks. It sucks, I tell you. But one of these days, on the channel, we're going to celebrate winning the title. And for me, but let me know if you guys agree or not, but I find for Dortmund fans, and for myself included, the league would be more important than winning the Champions League, even though winning the Champions League would be amazing in itself. Dortmund needs to get one. We cannot draw here. No, we cannot draw here. Absolutely not. This is an important game. I want to celebrate a goal right here. Sancho kicks it out, goes to Guerrero. I want to see a nice ball in the box. Cycles it back to Sancho. Takes a look. Our boy, here he is. Dahoud takes a shot on. Oh, he almost scored. Oh, I'm telling you. I don't know who's in the comments who's saying it. 35-yard banger from Dahoud. And look at him. Nice touch. Dragged it. There was space. I don't know if the goalie got a tip on that. But you're taking Dahoud off. No. My guy. I wouldn't have done that sub. I don't like that. I would have. I mean, it's attacking, so I mean, it's hard to look negative, but I don't know exactly how they're going to line up now, considering he was playing as our most defensive player. So Witzel's going to have to switch into the role Dahoud was playing. I don't know how we're even going to line up. I'm trying to think how this will work. Maybe kind of like how Leverkusen played. I remember Leverkusen played in the 4-1-2-3, but the 2 was Brandt and Havertz. So maybe Witzel will be in the 1, Royce and Reina will be in the middle. Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. Royce and Reina, and then Hazard, Sancho, and Haaland. That's what I'm thinking, but I don't like that sub. I'd have took Witzel off just because Dahoud's playing better. Dahoud was I don't know. I don't like that sub. I didn't like that, but I'm assuming you guys are going to agree with me because Dahoud's done everything right this game so far. JJD. Oh, I don't know if I can read this. Okay, I can read it. He didn't mention Robin. He said I bomb George's channels during their watch-alongs, and now he's bombing mine. That's fine. Yeah. No, I come in there. I only come in there like with. I don't want to get into a huge debate, but I just come in there and say go with the other team. Like it's clean, it's quick, it's not very well thought out. It's just go whoever they're playing, and then I just kind of keep to myself because I get 40 Bayern fans coming at me. But Dortmund needs to find a way to put the ball in the back of the net. Yes, they absolutely do. Last night, Immobile didn't pay respect to his whole team. Immobile was a missed signing for us. One of the few strikers that don't work out. But that's a nice ball out to Hazard. It's nice to see him back on the pitch. Rocking the number 10. You gotta love it. Nice ball over to Witzel. The Belgians linking up. He's taking a look. We're got a lot of men forward. This looks like a very attacking formation now, whatever they're doing. Meunier into the box to no one. Surprise. But I don't know. It's that double-edged sword because I don't know what it is with Meunier and his runs, but they are excellent. You can't deny that. But his balls are just atrocious. Kanji just did a nice touch there. Throws it on in. Hazard, take a shot. Right in the goalie's belly. So disappointed in Dortmund. Fabian, I believe you're saying you're from Dortmund. Awesome. Great to have someone in the channel from Dortmund. That's sweet. We got a viewer from Brazil. That's awesome as well. A country I'd absolutely love to go to. You were having issues crossing well this half. Yes, we have a lot of problems crossing the ball when it goes to Meunier. I don't know what it is. He's been so good at getting himself in positions to put a ball in the box, and every time he does, it's right on the foot of somebody on the other team. But it'll come. I mean, looks like Meunier stomped on, I'm not sure what Zenit player it is, but got him right on the knee. Hopefully, for his sake, that's not anything to do with the ACL. I don't think it is. I think he's okay. But, okay, Brandt needs to come on. That's who I'd like to see next is Brandt come on for Royce. If you draw, you'll be disappointed. Yes, I'd be very disappointed. If we don't win this game, it's going to be a huge blow to our Champions League ambitions. Why no goals yet? Haven't taken our chances. Playing with the ball too much. Couple unlucky opportunities. Holland's been relatively quiet, even though we had a huge opportunity to put it back in. We need Pulisic back. No, we don't need Pulisic. We got Reyna. Come on. I do like Christian. Don't get me wrong, but for Americans right now, for my favorite, it's got to go to Gio, obviously. BBB win now? We hope so. It's 70th minute. We've only brought on Hazard. I would expect Brandt to come on relatively soon. Probably for Royce. I mean, Faber may shock me and take off. I don't know. I don't know who else he would take off. Maybe Reyna. Royce or Reyna is going to come for Brandt. I'm just not sure exactly who. If they're playing the way that I'm assuming they are, it's Reyna and Royce in the middle, so it's going to be one of the two who comes off. I think Sancho is going to be out still on the wing, Hazard on the wing, and Holland through the middle. If you hit it higher, use Holland's height. How is his headers? He's great at bringing down the ball, and he's a big body and holding up space, but, I mean, Zenit's got a couple big center backs too, so we don't really need to play the ball up, like, through the air because we just have so much of it right now that we can just pass our way into their end, which we're doing right as we speak. But we just need a more quality ball. Here comes Reyna. Let's see if he can do it. Drills it right to the foot of a Zenit defender. Sancho picks it back up, finds Meunier. Back out to Sancho. He looks angry. Takes a touch. Too many touches, but finds Witsel. Not a screamer. If that was Dahoud, I'm telling you, that would have been in. But yeah, Zenit has... Oh, can Zenit break? Hazard's there. No, they can't. Well defended. Beautiful header back to the keeper. Dortmund won't make it past group stage looking like Madrid. And there's time. This is an important game. This is an important game. We need a result here. And a draw is not the result we need. Zenit is all players behind the ball. They've been like that even in the first half. Those are tough to break down. But I mean, we look like there's an opportunity to come still. I think there's going to be one or two big chances left in this game, and we just need to take them. I like Chelsea as well, as they got an American on both of my fave teams. Yeah, if I like... My Premier League team is Chelsea as well. Woo! It's a nice little ball, but... I mean, no one really compares to Dortmund. Come on. But yeah, I do like Chelsea. They're my first Premier League team I followed way back in the day, and I still have a soft spot for them as well. Do you think Royce is the best Dortmund player ever, or is there someone else? For me, it's Royce, but I'll take my point. Oh, nice ball. Find Reyna. Oh, nice ball back. And right to the keeper. We haven't found that last ball. For me, it's Royce, but I grew up watching him, so it's hard for me to put a big opinion on some of the other club legends just because I personally never really watched them play night in, night out. I've watched Royce play since 2012, and he's just obviously a Dortmund boy, and there's just countless things I can say about him that he's my guy, and he's always going to be my guy, and I just am excited for him, and hope he sees out his career rocking the armband and doing us proud. But the anticipated sub is Marco Reus. He's coming off. The armband's going to go over to Hummels, and Brandt's going to come on. And Brandt has played in this exact formation for Leverkusen. It's that 4-3-3 with two very attacking center mids. Witzel's hanging behind. Reyna and Brandt will be in the middle. He played very well doing it, so I'm kind of excited to see him doing that. So, oh, we got a Mia San Mia there. That's unfortunate. So those are one of the ones I need to read in my head. But Chelsea is a joke. Spent all the money and losing a lot. Yeah, they're not looking good this season. But honestly, since starting the channel, I haven't followed many other... I follow the leagues, but I haven't watched many other games. I've been trying to just watch all Bundesliga games. Helps that I can get every Bundesliga game on Sportsnet Ontario, so big shout out to them. That's pretty sweet that the Bundesliga is just growing rapidly in North America. I love it. Brandt is on. He is on. If Dortmund score, what will be your celebration? Woo. I don't know what happened there with Berkey. I took a look at that. Oh, good header, Hummels, though. And look at that. That's twice Hummels has gone up against a header against Zambia. And he's a big man, and he won them both. But if we score, I don't know what my celebration will be. Maybe kiss the badge. If you want, I can maybe run outside and go streaking. Everyone's doing it. Producer T shook his head. I'm not going to be doing that. I'll probably just kiss the badge. A small celebration. I don't want producer T's disapproval of that, and I don't want to fine. I'm going streaking. But Zenit is on the break here. This is one of the only times really this half I've seen them in this side of the field. They actually have some players up. They have 6 or 7 actually in the Dortmund half, but I mean, they're not going to do too much with it. The only time I can see Zenit scoring this game, I don't want to jinx this. Let me just shut up. Okay. Okay, we're safe. Would be on the break. That's the only thing I can see. Ah, we just lost it again. Wendell just won them a corner. I think. It was a corner. Do the streak. Okay. All right. Producer T is not happy about that, but we'll see it. JJD. Uh-oh. Nope. Keeping those comments to ourselves. Go Borussia. Rock on. Come on, Dortmund. Easy win. The Russian teams I've always found are hard to play, though, in the Champions League. Like, for everyone. Like, look at Bayern's game against Lokomotiv. Like, that was a tough game. They had to grind that one out. Zenit, in my opinion, is a better team. But, like you said, I mean, this still should be our result. This should be all us. Oh. Well defended. Oh, I think it was a foul. Bayern, they've lost 1 game this season. The team still needs to settle in. Go Borussia. Go Borussia. Oh, man. Which Borussia? Fair point. Fair point. Come on, guys. We got to be specific. It's Bay for Bay. Let's go Borussia Dortmund. A little under 15 to go. It's gotta come soon. I don't like this. I don't want to go 0-1-1 off the start of the first 2 games of the Champions League. Brandt's come on, though. I'm excited to see if he can have an influence. Very angry that Dahoud came off. Someone said penalty. I'm hoping that that's for our game, even though I think he's just trolling us. Mounier, ball into the box. What's going to happen? Oh, is it a penalty? He pointed to the spot. He wasn't lying. I can't look at the chat. But he did it. And it's a yellow. Hopefully VAR doesn't turn that. That's a pen. Who's going to take it, boys? Hurry, in the comments. Shout it out. Who do you think is going to take it? For me, it's Haaland. But Sancho's going to want to take. He hasn't scored yet. Sancho gave up taking a penalty earlier so Haaland could. Will Haaland show respect back to Sancho to get him back on the board? I'd probably put Haaland up. This is an important penalty. This is an important penalty. Come on, boys. I don't want to go streaking, but I might have to. Producer P is giving up on me. Come on, boys. It is Sancho. Okay, I like that. Sancho, if you guys remember, gave up a penalty earlier so Haaland can kick off his season. It's time for Sancho to get hot. This is important. This is important, boys. Come on. I'm not going to look at the chat. I don't know who's ahead of me. I'm watching on DAZN. I should be live, but someone yelled out penalty and ruined it for me, so I had to cry a little bit. But come on. I said I'm kissing the badge. That's what we agreed upon. Come on, Sancho. Come on, baby. That's what we're talking about. Let's go. Mwah! Yes, that's important. 77th minute. That's what we needed. Let's go. He needs to streak. No. We agreed. We didn't agree on that. We didn't agree on that. Indonesian. Welcome to the channel, my friend. That's awesome. Yes. Well taken penalty. Threw the keeper the other way. Nice, cool, collected, easy as you like. In the corner. That's what we want to see. Let's go. That's important. Zenit's played defensively, but I mean, they're not the better team, so they have to line up as the tactics that they want, and that's what they had to do. So I mean, Dortmund has had all the ball. I like the way the 4-2-3-1 looks. I like the way the players look. Honestly, I'm liking the way that the back end, our CDMs and our defenders are looking better than the front four. I think they've been a little quiet this game, but they did what they had to do. They wore down the team. They got the pen, and it's in the back of the net. So now let's see how they can defend. So let's hear some other subs. Who's going to come on now? Because we got to throw on someone defensive. I'm assuming Reyna's going to come off. Delaney will probably come on. But, I mean, we still have possession because, I mean, we just dominated the game. And that was the thing with the Schalke game is once we got the lead, the game didn't change at all. We just had all possession all the time. But Zenit did win the ball back there, but circled it back. Furky picks it up. Gotta love it. Now it's easy, right? And that's the good point, because like I said, like it took a while in the Schalke game, and people were kind of worried, and people were saying if they don't win, is Faber out? Turns into a 3-0 game, and we just said it's easy peasy. This game was hard because they're a better defensively team. There's a better team in general, but it's a huge positive note with playing in the 4-2-3-1. I think that's awesome, and we broke them down. We did it well. We broke them down when we needed to, and we got the goal. It's perfect. Faber saved by the pen? No. I don't. Again, I keep saying this over and over. I don't think Faber will finish out this season. Over to Sancho, unless again a 7-game losing streak happens, which knock on wood it will not, and then they'll decide what to do. Because all their targets that they want is Nagelsmann, Marsh, and Rose, and they're all tied up. You're not going to target one of them mid-season when their all respective teams are doing pretty well. So it's a nice ball, but well defended by Zenit. So for me, we're gonna stick with Faber for the end of the year. We're gonna target the manager that they're looking to get. They may make contact with them now, and sign whoever it is if Faber leaves, if he doesn't get the results that are required to get an extension. The only other manager that can go mid-season, and the last time we made a switch mid-season, let me remind you, was Peter Bosz, and that season was a disaster. So for me, I want to see Faber finish the season, and no matter what happens, that's, in my opinion, I think that will happen, that he'll finish the season, and we can make our decision from there. The only manager that's really available that I wouldn't mind seeing at Dortmund to get right now is Pochettino, but it looks like he's heading to Zenit. So, I mean, it looks like Zenit's going to sack their manager after this game if what I'm reading is true, and, I mean, you get Pochettino and Zenit. That's not where I would have expected him. That's a big shock to me, but... All right, where are we? I don't know. I feel like Zenit will score. Don't say that. Come on. I don't think so. Even right now, I mean, the way that after a goal happens, you expect a little more possession, but the possession's still 63-35, and Zenit hasn't touched the ball since the goal. I think we need to throw in a couple more defensive players just to help stir it out, and that's a nice ball taken down by Holland. Switches on out to Hazard. Over to Reyna, back to Hazard. Switching it around, and like they're not even charging us. Like, their team does look like it needed Pochettino in it. Even when we get the ball, give a ball away, it goes right back on our foot. What changes does Dortmund need to make next game? For me, none. Well, let me think about that. But for formation-wise, none. I want to see this 4-2-3-1 stick. I'm loving the back four right now. So yeah, sorry, there is a change. We gave Witsel his little homecoming, or his welcome back to his former club that he needed, and I would throw in Delaney beside Dahoud. I think those two again are going to shine, and then maybe Brandt and Hazard with Sancho and Holland up front. We can't really take Holland out, can we? I mean, it is Bielefeld, so maybe Holland gets a rest. He's got a lot of minutes. That might make sense. But then it means Brandt would be playing as the striker false 9, which I don't want to see at all. So it's tough not having a backup striker. So I hope Makuku can come up soon, because these are a lot of games and a lot of minutes quickly for these guys. So I'll let you guys know. We're going to do the 5 takeaways right after the stream. But then we'll get our Bielefeld game up quick. But those are the 2 subs that we expect. Delaney comes on for Sancho. He'll play alongside Witsel, make it a little more defensive. He'll probably switch back into the 4-2-3-1. And Reyna's coming on for Jude, so it might even look more as a 4-3-2-1. So that's awesome. Those are both good moves. And now let's ride out the storm. Man United 3, Leipzig 0. Wow. Well, United is making a claim for their Champions League because their league form isn't that great. Dortmund has this 1-0. I said 2-0, and I nailed the Schalke game. I said 3-0 in the Schalke game. So if Dortmund wins 2-0, I predicted both. So, you know, little guru here. But we got 7 minutes left, and this is an important game, and it's one that I want to see. But let me know what you guys thought about the formation, because I'm buzzing on the fact that it's just a refreshed look. We just ran stale with that formation. Oh, nice. Akanji's playing. That might be a foul, but they're playing advantage. That's good. No free kick from there. But yeah, they looked very stale in that 3-4-3 in my opinion. And I was more worried about the defense, which is why I never wanted to see us go to the 4-2-3-1. But Hummels and Akanji are stepping it up. Guerrero's playing defensively. You usually see Guerrero in the middle of the park half the game. So him taking on that defensive role has been awesome. Whoo, that's whipped in the box. Out for a goal kick. But yeah, I love it. I love the way it looks. 4-2-3-1, as I've stated many times, is my favorite formation. I do think we have the personnel about it. I just didn't know if Hummels and Guerrero could adapt their games to fit it. Guerrero had to give up that freedom on the left wing back, and Hummels had to play not out of the middle anymore, knowing that he had cover on both sides. So it's working right now. So, I mean, we played a Schalke. They weren't the best. We upped it to a Zenit. Let's just keep going. Let's see if this formation, this team can stick. Because for me, Dahoud, Guerrero, and Hummels are huge players in this. But and our defense is a lot more secure now, which will be interesting. Yeah, no, and I agree. I think it looks secure. We have a lot of possession of the ball, which is awesome. And Guerrero is putting a little more defensive ability. Hummels looks like the leader at the back. It's awesome. What young player do you want to join the team? I really think we should try to get someone like Foden. Oh, nice touch by Brandt. Slides on over to Hazard. Let's see it. Oh, on over to Guerrero. Guerrero's having some fun now. He got Delaney's on, so up he goes. But he took that touch poorly. But Witzel's got it. I don't know about a young player. I'm not the biggest fan of Phil Foden. I don't think he's a bad player at any means. I would probably try to target, because for a young player, I would go with center back. Because that's what we need. We need a center back. We maybe need a right back, but I think they're going to try to stick with... We have three of them. So yeah, for me, it's got to be a center back. And I said Boubacar Kamara from Marseille would be a good fit. I think he's a very talented young Frenchman. We got a lot of young or good history of French players coming to this team, and I'm just always been impressed with seeing him in Marseille. So I'd like to maybe see him come here. But the one player, the Hungarian, the young kid from Salzburg, I can't pronounce his name properly. I don't even want to try. I'd like to see him. He's sensational. All right, where are we going here? All right, okay. Nice to see how they will play against Bayern. I'm very curious to see how they'll play. I'm curious to see if Faber will panic and then again go back to the 3-4-3 because we played well against them in the Super Cup, or if he'll stick with the 4-2-3-1. Only time will tell. I hope he sticks with the 4-2-3-1 and says this is our formation going forward, because without Hakimi, we're not that 3-4-3 team anymore. Thomas Delaney on for Sancho, so a right wing for a CDM. Faber's on 4D chest. Yeah, it's because he's reverting defensive. Like, I'm assuming right now, like, the back four is still the same. He's going to have Witzel, Delaney, Jude playing as a 3 with... I'm trying to think of who's still on. I think Brandt and Hazard as the kind of attacking, and then Haaland up front. It's just to go, we're up 1-0. There's 3 minutes left. It's just to keep a little bit of defensive awareness in the game. So, I mean, it makes sense to me. I mean, we definitely need to bring Delaney on to help see out this game. Bayern for life, baby. These Bayern fans, my God, this is why I need to read these in my head first before I just start blurting that out loud. Should I cash in, or will it be fine? I'd hold on. If you're going to make more money, I put faith in Dortmund holding out this. Hope I don't lose you any money, and again, I'm going to knock on wood for you, but I'd hold on. Just found out that Sancho scored a penalty. I thought Erling was going to score. Well, if you remember back to the game where it looked like Sancho was going to take a penalty, and then Haaland basically said, "Can I please have it? I want to get off for the season, start my goal scoring form." Sancho handed it to Haaland. He put it in the back of the net. It was amazing. I think this was just a little bit of payback. I think Haaland knows that Sancho's in a bit of a rut, needed a goal. So, I mean, that's what good players do. That's what good teammates do. And these two kids, I think both of them are capable of taking penalties. And I'm happy that Sancho did, because he just broke that little duck, and he's out and he's off the score sheet. So I think that's a great play by Haaland. But to run a 4-2-3-1, you need 2 guys named Gretzky. Why do I keep reading these out loud? Oh, here comes Delaney, showing his inner Dahoud. Finds Jude, kicks it out. I agree, since Akanji and Hummels have stepped it up in our defensive 4-2-3-1, looks much better. Once Chan is back, it'll be even better. And that's curious. Let me know what you guys think. Where do you think Chan will play? If we keep the 4-2-3-1, Chan plays as a CDM, right? I don't think I'd throw him in, especially with Zagadou getting back healthy. It's going to be Zagadou, Akanji, Hummels, and then Piszczek as our center backs. So, I mean, good luck to Chan to try to break into Oh, to these CDMs here, because for me right now, it's Delaney and Dahoud, and I don't know if you can get away from that. 4-0 Man United. Wow. Dortmund should honestly look for defensive options more than attackers. I 100% agree, which is why I made the point about a young player named Boubacar Kamara from Marseille. I think he'll be a bright one for the future. Leipzig has a good defense that's worrisome. Leipzig are getting master scared. I don't know what happened in that Leipzig game, but that was not the result I was expecting. A 4-0 win for United, that's crazy. So Leipzig looks like they're going to be joining in the Europa League, but we are in injury time here. 3 minutes to go. Let's see this thing out. Let's get another goal here so I predicted 2 games in a row and can celebrate about that. But yeah, I'm just going to keep an eye on the game for the last couple minutes here and then might touch on some comments before we wrap it up. But this has been a decent performance. If we see it out, but that's a nice header onto Haaland. He's on a breakaway. Come on. Make my prediction right. That's in the back of the net. That's 2-0. We predicted him twice. Someone else in the comments, big shout out to you guys. Someone predicted Sancho Haaland, and they just nailed it. But yes, beautiful goal. Haaland got his goal. He's happy. Ripped the bandana off. Or sorry, the headband off. But Berkey played that. Look at Jude getting up there. Look at that. Onside. Nice little flick on header. Nice little turn from Haaland. And I believe this went through the legs. It did. That's a big win. I'm going to have to do it again. Mwah. That's beautiful. JJD said Haaland and Sancho would score. Someone should have threw some money down. We were talking about a lot of bets going on in this game. One of the viewers said Sancho and Haaland, and that's exactly what happened. That's what we needed to see. Don't ever go against Haaland. And I'm happy that Sancho got the penalty. I predicted 2-0. I hope it now stays like that because I feel like I'm on a roll now. But that's awesome. And that's a good game. And again, like we said, there's moments in that game where it shows that you're uncomfortable. And I think Fabra and the team is learning and they're growing because young group of players coming into a game like this where there's 60 minutes in, there's not a goal, they can worry. They can start making the wrong decisions and get caught on the break. They kept their composure. They kept drilling away. They kept believing what they were going to do was going to work. 77th minute, we got a pen. And then in comes Haaland. 2 goals, 2 matches now for him. The kid's on great form. And now we're in a comfortable 2-0 win against Zenit. That's what you want to see. 4-2-3-1. 2 games played. 5 goals for, 0 goals against. We have to use this formation going forward. And that's got to be a foul there. You don't got to spoil it, though. Called it. Messi just made it 2-0 with the pen. Yeah. I guess. I don't know who I wanted to win that game. I'm not big fans of Juve or Barca, but streak. No. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. But here comes Erling with a beauty. Also, I think we should win a Champions League goal of 2020. If Dahoud would have scored that goal against Schalke last game, that would have been the goal of the Bundesliga season for sure. In the Champions League, can't remember. I'm pretty sure I saw a pretty nice goal in the Champions League. I can't think of one off the top of my head of the goal of the Champions League, but we haven't got one so far. But that's awesome. 5-0 Leipzig. I'm sorry, 5-0 United over Leipzig. Wow. Oh, we're on the break again, but I don't want us to score because I want to get the prediction right. But that's the final whistle. Munez's going to kick one just for fun. And that's a big win. That's a big win. 2-0. I don't want to say I nailed it, but I nailed it. I think that was a great way we came out there. We played the game perfectly. We didn't panic. We knew that it would be defensive. They played 11 men behind the ball in the first half. You know it's going to be hard to break down a team. Will we see Pochettino as a Zenit manager? I don't know. I don't really care. But we saw a beautiful performance from the boys. I'm absolutely thrilled about that. There's not too much I want to touch on right now because we're going to come back with our 5 takeaways. We're going to do it live. And I'm just happy all around. That was absolutely amazing. Beautiful performance from the boys today. Thank you, everyone who was in the watch along. This was our biggest watch along. It looks like we hit 100 plus at one point. So thank you, everyone who subscribed and who stayed with us through the watch along. Everyone who was in the comments. This was my favorite watch along so far. It was our first Champions League game. We got a 2-0 victory. Exactly what you want. Played the formation we liked. I'm, again, just happy right now. Going into the weekend, I absolutely love it. It'll be super, super cool. Hopefully we keep this momentum rolling with the 4-2-3-1. Thank you, everyone, again. And if you are obviously new and haven't subscribed yet, please do so, because I really appreciate it, and keep growing with the channel. But until next time, guys, take care, and we'll see you next time.